Darnell will try to fight back toward the front. He has a Toyota driven by Ted Musgrave. That Team ASC Toyota Tundra just behind him. Let's see if they can work together to move back toward the front.
He runs up high. A lot of momentum up there, but it's not the place you want to be late in the going. You got to suck around on that bottom.
See Travis Kvapil, he's going to try to drive right around the yellow line all the way around the racetrack.
3 laps of racing to go at Daytona.
Remember last year, Tom O'Dine finished second to Mark Martin. He had his teammate Ted Musgrave third. He said, we had a plan. We were going to beat Mark Martin, and the caution came out.
3 wide is not the way to go fast at Daytona. Aaron Fike moving back right now through the middle.
Wow, this late in the going, when they get 3 wide, these guys are desperate.
There's Stacy Compton, the melling forward on the inside, trying to get by Aaron Fike.
Ron Hornaday with a pretty good run, trying to suck up behind the 5 of Mike Skinner.
Now watch Todd. He's going to try to get right on the back of Sprague and move him up the hill a little bit. That's his teammate, so he doesn't want to do anything, or his fellow manufacturer. He doesn't want to do anything crazy. But if he can get a nose under him, I think he'll take advantage of it.
Through the trial again. 2 laps of racing to go.
I'm telling you, it's still anybody's race. Travis Kvapil staying right against the yellow line. They're going to have to pass him on the outside.
And I think what's going to happen is that number 60 Toyota of Jack Sprague is going to go to the outside, and Tom O'Dine's going to go with him and push him by Travis Kvapil.
It's a game of chess. Who will go and when will they go?
And it gets tense, more tense and more tense every lap. There's only 1 to go. These guys are going to be all over one another.
Looked like a little bump drafting right there. Looks like Jack Sprague pulled up, gave a little tap. Look at the run he's got through the center of the corner.
Don't let him get too far behind you there. Right on the line here.
Ooh, Jack Sprague got a little bit loose off of 4.
He ducked back.
Look at Johnny go to the outside.
Now they go 2 wide as they come across the stripe. 1 lap of racing to go. 2.5 miles from Daytona. Travis Kvapil in front of the pack. Jack Sprague, Tom O'Dine side by side now as they go to 1.
Did Johnny Benson push Sprague a little earlier than he wanted to go? Johnny made a move early. Jack jumped out.
You're up down the back here. Don't let either lane get a run on you.
Here comes the 33 of Ron Hornaday, a very strong truck. They're 2 by 2 behind Kvapil. Can Kvapil hold them off? Now the line on the outside moves faster. Kvapil moves up to block.
Here comes Jack Sprague on the outside.
Sit back there. Keep splitting your air up.
Into 3 and 4. There's still
too much room on the bottom.
Kvapil with an extremely strong truck as he goes through 4. As he comes out of turn number 4, he will see the checkered flag. And Travis Kvapil trying to hold
Here we go. Look at Jack Sprague.
side by side. Jack Sprague will win at Daytona.
Jack Sprague made the move. Rick Yardy will hurry home.
Unbelievable finish. It looked as though Travis Kvapil would hold it up. And 3 wide again. Travis Kvapil finished second or third in that finish.
You were already calling Travis to victory lane. Like we saw Spencer go to victory lane. We had to butt him out of there.
How about Tony Furr right there? Is that guy happy or not? What a great job by Jack Sprague, Tony Furr, that entire team.
Travis Kvapil back in 2003 made the move on the high side to try to get by Rick Crawford. Crawford held him off for the win. Well, guess what? Travis Kvapil ended up third in this race. 34/1,000th of a second behind our winner, Jack Sprague.
That's crew chief Mike Beam right there for Travis Kvapil. He was within 100 yards of winning this race for the 2nd year in a row.
And he had to feel like it was his. He had a truck or 2 length lead when he came off turn 1. Look at this lead coming to the checker, Phil.
Unbelievable.
A big shove by Johnny Benson. We're riding along actually with the Goodyear blimp. Take a look at that. Across the start-finish line, Sprague, and then the 23 of Johnny Benson split the Ford. Unbelievable.
Did we tell the folks before the race started, you never know what to expect here? We've had 3 wide finishes. I'm telling you, I was like you, Rick. I was trying to think of how to talk about how good Travis Kvapil did this entire race, which he ran a great race. He did such a good job keeping these guys behind him until he had about 100 yards to go.
Well, he did everything he could do. He just got out to it. I know this is going to be the craziest thing you ever heard. He got too big of a lead. He got too big of a lead, which was about 2 truck lengths, and these guys just sucked him right up.
That's the beautiful part of these trucks. You get such a good pull, such a good run. They punch such a big hole in the air. We say it time and time again, but that's what allows us to have finishes like this.
wonder how they feel about him spinning around on their Daytona 500 sign.
Well, as the Conway team makes their way down to victory lane and Jack Sprague continues to celebrate, the fireworks are in the air. We look at our Fastenal fast finish. It is the fast finish top 5. Sprague, Johnny Benson, Travis Kvapil separated by just 34 one-thousandths of a second. Skinner, Bodine round out the top 5. Kvapil looking as though he had victory. Jack Sprague on the outside, Johnny Benson on the inside. Welcome to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series post-race. Let's take a look at just how close it was, with Jack Sprague nosing the 23 of Johnny Benson and the 6 of Travis Kvapil.
So reminiscent of 2003. Although we had Rick Crawford in 2003 win on the inside, Jack Sprague wins on the outside. JB goes by on the inside to take second by 3 one-thousandths of a second.
Ray Dunlap.
Okay, Jack Sprague climbing out of this Conway Toyota, and I'm telling you what, we know there's great racing at Daytona. I don't think I've ever, well, we had one kind of like that a few years ago, but I just cannot believe what we just saw on the racetrack. Jeff Weiler getting in here. The crew mobs him. Confetti cannons going off. Did you have any idea you could win that race?
Well, there was like 6 or 7 of us that could have won it, but man, I get really loose on the bottom with somebody outside me, and hey, baby.
Amy, his fiance, came to her first race today. First race ever. That's a pretty good way to start.
Absolutely.
Tell me about that.
I owe Johnny big. I mean, I know why he did it, because the Talladega I ran behind him and didn't try to do anything, and he said he'd go with me, and I seen him up there on the top, and I had to go. I mean, Travis could have really messed the whole deal up and wrecked the whole field, but he drove really good about it, and I can't believe I won Daytona, brother. But I got to thank Conway and Bicycle and D&D and Articat. And let me look. I don't even remember. Triple Master, Huntington Bank, XM Radio, TRD. Man, I had a great motor.
You've won some great races in your career. Is this the best one?
This is by far the best race I've ever won, and it took a lot of help from all the other Toyota drivers, Todd and Johnny and Mike, and all of them worked really well with me, and it was awesome. I mean, I can't thank Johnny enough. I really can't.
All right, Tony Furr and the guy's going to celebrate here with Jack Sprague, career win number 28. Adam?
Well, there's always another side to the story, and for Travis Kvapil, that means no win tonight. You finished 3rd. How disappointing is this, given that final circumstance there?
It's real disappointing. I remember a few years back, I was a part of a couple of these that ended up the same way, and I tell you what, coming to the white, I thought we were okay. Come off of 2, I knew we were in trouble. I looked in the mirror, and I drove away from him, had a pretty good lead, so I was dragging the brake and slowing myself down not to get out on him too far, and in doing that, you know, I lost my own momentum, and you know, I tried to block both lines, and by the time I knew the 23 had, or all I know is 60 must have had a hell of a push, because I thought I had him held off, and he came on like gangbusters. Our F-150 was the best truck out here tonight, so I'm disappointed I let down the guys, but I felt like I did everything I could.
Look at it here on the replay, Travis.
Yeah, that's reminiscent of 2003 right there. Like I said, I feel like I let down these guys. They gave me the best truck out here, and we were proud to have K&N on the side. We put them out front all night, and hopefully that'll grow into something more. But disappointed. We had the truck to win, and I don't feel like I did it for them.
Nearly back-to-back wins for the 6 at Daytona, but it doesn't pan out for Travis Kvapil here tonight.
Well, and Jack Sprague had mentioned he had to thank Johnny Benson. Well, this was before they made it into victory lane. Here's Jack Sprague's crew coming over to Johnny Benson saying thank you. They knew exactly what took place. Johnny Benson pushed Jack Sprague to that victory.
Michael, you talk about it. You have to have friends here. Jack Sprague had a big friend in Johnny Benson.
He shoved him all the way to the wind, and then Johnny ducked to the bottom and grabbed second. You know, you saw him under the line as he come across the start-finish line, under the yellow line, but he made that pass on the racetrack. You can't improve your position by going under the yellow line. He was above the yellow line when he made that pass. He just finished it under the yellow line.
Jack Sprague claiming his 28th victory now, just 1 victory behind the guy who's leading in victories in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, Ron Hornaday.
We have to mention that Joey Clanton recovered from that incident he had earlier and finished 6th in this race in his second time ever at Daytona in a truck.